I'm going to keep it real short and sweet. I think Sean Strickland absolutely dominates. I don't think that Fluffy's going to have any success trying to wrestle him. I don't think he's going to have any success backing him up. I think that this is the right style. I think I could be way off, but I just don't see it. I see Anthony having so much success against guys that are actually afraid to wrestle because of cardio. I don't believe Sean Strickland is that guy. I think he's very sound in his wrestling department. I don't think he's going to have a problem defending the strikes. If he can defend strikes and be right in Israel's face and not get touched up, he walked out of that fight with the belt without a single scratch on him.
Yeah.
It's tough to say who I think is going to walk out on top. I lean a little towards Fluffy, and the reason why is because I know what Fluffy is going to show up. Fluffy's performances are very consistent, and he's a very reliable fighter. And we don't always get that with Sean. And the reason why I say that is because the rumors and the reputation that Sean has is so high. Like, the rumors about his skill level in the gym is just on another level. Pro boxers say he can hang with anybody pro boxing. Wrestlers are like, this guy can wrestle. And then, jiu-jitsu guys are like, yo, he's got great jiu-jitsu. But when he goes out and fights, it's jab, teep kick, jab, teep kick, jab, teep kick. So, like, that's inconsistent to what we know he's capable of. Now, I think that Fluffy is that guy who's not going to get frustrated or flustered by the presence that Sean Strickland brings.
Sean Strickland's style is very, very difficult to deal with. Very difficult. I fought Sean Strickland, but his style has just kind of progressed and evolved a little bit since that. Sean is a guy that has a pace that he can put on you, and he has a style that is very difficult to deal with. And if you're not prepared for a style like that and that pace, it's like it just slowly builds, gets bigger and bigger until now you can't deal with it. And so I think Fluffy Hernandez has to test him right away by trying to ground him, because if you don't, Sean is going to be in your face and you'll be surprised that you just can't hit him as easy as you thought you would be able to hit him. I ain't breaking the bank nowadays, so I might go ahead and put 100 on that. I'm going to do that for Strickland because I like those odds.
Mate, I don't know. You know what? Of all the people, though, you kind of think Sean's got the style to beat Hernandez.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, it's a good fight for him.
Yeah.
Both guys are just going to walk each other down and just try to box each other up.
Yeah.
And Sean's actually quite good at that. How am I going to say? Like, fighting efficiently, kind of in your face, always pressure, but he's also defensively pretty sound. So he likes those sort of fights, those 5-rounders.
If Sean Strickland had a little bit more power, I think it would give him a much better chance. He's not necessarily known for that. He's more of a volume striker. He tires you out. Similar to the pressure that Hernandez brings, he does it in the striking realm by taking away space and backing you up. But Hernandez, I don't think is going to take too many steps backwards. I think he's going to be the guy that's going to be pressuring, and Strickland is very good fighting going backwards as well. It's not his strength, however. And when you have a grappler like Hernandez who knows how to control and put out a fire no matter what you're bringing, it's hard to go against Hernandez right now. So I like Anthony Fluffy Hernandez.
Oh, man, I'm so excited for that fight. Hernandez is one of the guys that I saw come up. We were scheduled to fight in circumstances where the fight didn't happen. But, as of late, and it's always, like, his fight style is just crazy. He just goes and goes and goes, and his gas tank is crazy, especially with the way he fights. He strikes, he gets in there, he makes it ugly, and he just breaks his opponents. He just breaks them mentally, physically, just with the pure pace. His last fight against Roman Dolidze, it was insane, because Dolidze is a high-level grappler, and Hernandez made him look like a beginner. It was a one-way ticket. It was just one. Hernandez, it didn't even look like he struggled once. And then you have Strickland. Keeping that guy on the ground is I speak from experience, keeping that guy on the ground, that is another task. And then breaking him physically and mentally, that is not an easy task. And if things don't work, he just fights his style. He's going to chip down, throw that jab, throw the cheap, and get a hit on point. So, this can go either way, but if I have to put money on it, I'm probably going to go with Strickland.
We got two guys that are pretty similar in style, in my opinion. Both maybe the cardio kings of the division. both have a great output usually. Sean Strickland's very sound defensive wrestling, though he doesn't use it offensively that much, more of a defensive wrestler. He does have good grappling abilities to get back up to his feet, especially. And Hernandez, I think, is more offensive than Strickland with the wrestling, definitely. But I don't think he's going to be able to control Strickland at all. Strickland's not an easy guy to control. I think this fight's going to end up being on the feet. I think it's going to be a good-ass fight. I think this is going to be fight of the year type fight, if you ask me. These guys are just going to get in there and throw down Max Holloway style, point to the canvas and just go. I don't know who wins it. I think I'm leaning towards Fluffy, but I will not be surprised if Sean got it done.
No, it's gonna be a great fight. I can't wait. It's gonna be a miserable fight. Like there's gonna be a level of misery there that you just don't. It's hard to train for. Like it's hard to train for that kind of misery. Just that it's gonna be like 4th round, 5th round, like 5 more minutes of the parasite.
Man, I like Fluffy, bro. Like Fluffy's probably to me one of my favorite fighters, bro, right now to watch.
Really?
Fluff Dog. But I don't think he gets it done with Strickland, bro. I don't. I was talking to Calvin Costello about this. Because you think about stylistically, you know who beat Fluffy? Kevin Holland with hands.
But Kevin Holland is a wild card, though.
No, but it really doesn't matter, bro, because the reality is that Sean Strickland is a level above.
Correct.
He's fucking a different style. He pressures people. Like he's going to fight Fluffy. Like he's not gonna take a step back, dude. And I'm going for Fluffy. I want Fluffy to win. But if you're asking me, we're more likely I'm gonna probably put the money. Fuck, and this one hurts, dude, because I love Fluff Dog. But I favor Strickland there because of experience and just style, bro.
I would give Hernandez he's got the better grappling. I just don't know if he's got the wrestling to take Sean down. Sean's very hard to take down, and when you do get him down, he's very difficult to keep down. Everyone that I've ever talked to out of Strickland Tours, like, yeah, man, like trying to hold him down is a pain in the ass. Talked to Johnny Eblen. Johnny Eblen's like, man, I was struggling. I'd get him down. Sure, I'd get him down easy, but then holding him down was different. As soon as he hits the ground, he's already making his steps to get back up to his feet. He doesn't settle on bottom. That's tough. Yeah, that's tough. So, look, I love this fight. Anthony Hernandez, and Sean Strickland. Great fight, man. Great fight. So, I look at it, I think to myself, Anthony's going to have a tough task ahead of him, but I'm leaning towards Anthony Hernandez in this fight.
Like Fluffy's a hard guy to train for because there's nobody that really fights like him. That like has that pace. So a lot of my training is like my wrestling rounds are outside of sparring. I'll get guys. But you see me spar today. You just go with a guy until he becomes a dead body. Then I get another guy.
We know that Hernandez is going to go forward. Typically, he's going to look for the takedowns, and he's not a guy that holds people down too much. Yeah. He has the record for just taking people down over and over and over again. Well, that's good for Hernandez and it's good for Strickland because Strickland's going to get back to his feet. He's very, very good at doing that. He is Sean. He's very hard to hold down. If he does get taken down, he's got an uncanny way of getting back to his feet. Well, that suits Fluffy because he lets them back up anyway. Sean is also very good at fighting on his back foot, which he's going to have to do a little bit because Fluffy will be coming forward. He's the shorter guy. He's going to look to close the distance. So Sean's going to be pumping out that jab like he always does, working on the back foot until he starts to wear down his opponent. Like, was it Abus Magomedov? In the first round, he took a bit of an arse kicking. But then in the second round, when he was tired, he went forward. So Sean does have that power and he does have that reckless style when the time's right. For the most part, he does fight very defensively on the back foot, predominantly the jab. A lot of teep kicks. When he has the time and the rhythm, he'll come with the too. If they don't show up, if Fluffy second guesses himself, like Israel Adesanya did, we know that Sean's going to go forward. He almost finished Izzy at the, I think it was the end of the first round or the start of the second round. He just unloaded with that combination. Sean's got really underrated ground game. right? So I don't think Fluffy's going to pull off a submission. The only way Sean will get submitted is if he gets taken down, gets mounted, gets beaten a few times, takes a few shots and makes a mistake. That's when he'll get submitted. Other than that, I don't see a submission threat for Sean. He's going to use the reach, the range, the teeps, the movement, the backward movement, and he'll just stay calm and see what Fluffy gives him.
Fluffy needs to come forward. Like, he needs to come forward.
Who needs to take the real estate? Fluffy does? He needs to.
Yeah, for sure, because he's not going to be able to be going on his back foot and get takedowns. It's going to be way harder to take someone down when they're walking you down. And Sean's not going to be, like, overextending himself to leave. Like, he doesn't lunge. Sean's just tight, technical, straight punches down the middle, teeps up the middle. He's not, like, opening up to give you that shot. Yeah. And, yeah, I think the only way he's going to get those shots is if he's pushing him back and then time it really good. But I just don't see Sean's gonna be ready for that. I think Sean's just so hard to fight on the feet, and you're not gonna walk Sean down, and Sean can grapple. Like, not many people are taking Sean down, and Sean's not gonna get tired either, and that's what Fluffy does. He wears guys out, take you down. If you stuff to take down, he's back in your face, and then eventually he breaks you. He's not breaking Sean.
I don't know what I'm going to get, but at the end of the day, I'm going to cut off the cage and I'm going to stay in his face and make him hate his life and regret calling me out. I need that spot. I need this belt. So, I mean, this is the perfect fight for me.
But I think for Fluffy Hernandez, obviously he doesn't want to sit and just be in a straight up kickboxing fight where Sean can stay calm behind that jab. He's got to make it ugly, kind of like how Dricus du Plessis approached him, right? He's not the prettiest. He's not the sharpest kickboxer out there. I think you got to try to make it more of a brawl when you can and get Sean to try to get after you and try to force him into a firefight. And then when you can, clinch him up, elbow him, knee him, wear on him, and try to get those takedowns. And any opportunity you can along the fence, I think that's where Fluffy has got to try to really do some damage, is where he wants to be. If he can keep the fight on the fence, making Sean work, even if Sean is, like you said, getting back up, which I also do see him being able to do with the guys that he's training with the amount of grappling that he's got in his back pocket, which we don't see him offensively use too often.
I'll watch I know he's good in the fucking, he has a good jab, he's got good teeps, he's got good switches and shit. But honestly, bro, I really don't give a fuck where the fight goes. I've been training this shit for my entire life, so wherever it has to go, I'm ready to show that I'm a complete martial artist and I'm ready for my fucking belt.
But the thing about Fluffy is he's very game, man. I don't know, he just brings a pace that's just very, very different. And he somehow gets guys to break and imposes his will. His fight with Brendan Allen was really fun to watch. Really good performances. He's on a hot streak right now. I think him winning this fight would put him into the title contention talks. And Strickland, in order to be back in that title contention talk, he needs to get a big win here.
I know Hernandez is the favorite, but I was saying this last week in a live stream, which is how often I stream these days. I was saying this last week in a live stream. I was like, dude, don't you just see Strickland teeping his way to a victory here? We've seen Hernandez hurt to the body a few times before. And he's very hunched over, and he's not powerful enough to just shut the lights off on Strickland. Like an Amavov is, who still lost to Strickland, by the way. I'm going to go Strickland. I don't think he has much to fear on the feet, and I think once he realizes that and he stuffs a couple takedowns, or even gets taken down but gets back up a couple of times, which people do against Hernandez, I think he'll just start getting going. And I think Strickland's going to win this one by 4th or 5th round TKO. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Toodle pip. I'll see you later. Goodbye.
Hey, Coach, Sean Strickland or Fluffy Hernandez? That's Praveen. Praveen, you know, I'm not a big Strickland fan. He's a great fighter, but I don't care for that guy too much. Can Fluffy beat him? I don't think it's Fluffy's time yet. I don't know if Fluffy has the experience. He's a tough fighter, but Strickland might be a little bit too much for him. Just that's a hard call, you know. And I'm saying that as a guy who's not a big fan of Strickland.
Well, I think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna out wrestle him. I'm a better wrestler, I'm a better grappler. And then it's going to turn into a kickboxing match. And then he might shoot on me occasionally, but I don't know. I think he's going to shoot on me. He's like, oh man, that sucks. I don't want to be here. And he's going to strike with me. At the end of the day, yeah, dude, I think I'm better wrestling him. I train with better guys. I work harder. I seen your camp, dude. I've trained with your fucking training partners. I invited his camp to train with us. Like, yeah, no, I'm a better grappler than you, 100%. Just like, we're gonna go out there and fight. I'm gonna hit you in the face. You're gonna hit me in the face. You're probably gonna try to take me down just because it's what you do. You know, you can't, just what he does. Yeah, dude. No, I'm excited. I wanted this fight.